I've been using the Amazfit NEO for more than 3 months now, and it's a retro smartwatch that I really want to tell you guys about it because it's just amazing. So let's begin. How are you doing, my friends? I'm Retro, and welcome to my channel. I basically review gadgets here on YouTube, and if you want to hear about my future adventures with newer gadgets, definitely click on the red subscribe button down below so I can see you on my future videos, and I have some really cool stuff coming up, so don't miss out on that. But today we are with the Amazfit NEO smartwatch, or retro smartwatch. As you can see right now, it's packing a ton of features at a really low price, and if you're like me, you'll really appreciate its retro design. Some of the biggest features are the 28-day battery life, 5 ATM ranked water resistant protection, a ton of smart features like heart rate monitoring, sleep monitoring, step counter, and the biggest thing here, guys, the always on display. Because this smartwatch doesn't use an LED screen, you're gonna get a display that's always on. You don't have to press on anything. You don't have to turn on your wrist or turn your wrist just to see the time. It works just great. You just see the time like you used to see the time, no matter how low the battery percentage is on this watch. It's just always on. So after using it for 3 months, and that is after I'm using the GTR2, which is a really more expensive watch from Huami, I kind of found out that this watch, actually, I like it a bit more because it's very simple and because of the always on display. If you look at the different features that we have over here, we'll see that we have 4 buttons. Pressing on up and down will move between different watch dialogues. We can see the current temperature or date, and moving on, we see how many calories we burned today. So moving on to the next feature, we'll see how many meters we walk today, and of course how many steps that is, with a small bar that tells you the percentage from your daily target. The next dialogue is the one I like the most. Just like in the old retro watch that this watch is based on, we can see a secondary time zone. That's really useful if you're abroad and you want to track your local time. You can use this dialog to see what the time currently is in a different time zone all the time. Next up is our heart rate monitor. And then we have this PAI indicator, which basically tells you your overall health rating, which is nice. It's kind of a number that tells you if you are doing all right or if you want to actually go and do some more sports. This is a smartwatch after all, so the next dialog is going to tell you everything that's happening in your phone, whether it's the amount of notifications that you currently have on the phone itself, or if you're getting an incoming phone call. This is really important for me, as I would like to know when I have an incoming phone call and actually run and find my phone so I can answer it, because you can't answer phone calls with this really cheap smartwatch. And for me, that was one of the biggest features that I lack from not using the GTR2 from Huami. But in the end, the price difference between these two watches is just crazy. So next we can see that we have a stopwatch or a timer. I really like that. I can keep it open all the time and basically start it and stop it really easily. So most of the day I'm just using this screen over here because I time myself during my work or during cooking or whatever. So that's like the biggest feature that I use on this watch. The next dialog option is basically gonna change between the night mode options. That means that if, for example, you don't want to get any notifications on the watch, you can basically turn that on, and you can also specify that it's gonna work on a smart mode that is basically gonna shut down everything during night and then turn on back all the alerts during daytime. So that's basically most of its features, but one feature you really want to know about is when you're pressing up and back, you're going to turn on the Find My Phone feature. So let's say I lost my phone, I'm going to press on these two and see what happens. Oh my god. Okay, so it's really loud, and I use it a lot because I lose my phone a lot in the house or wherever. I like that I still have this feature even though I didn't see that on the menu. It's really easily accessible, and if you're like me, you're gonna use that a lot. So that's most of the features on the smartwatch, but like I said, we are looking at a very, very, very budget-friendly watch with a lot of features and a crazy battery life. I got more than 28 days of usage even when I'm doing sports on a daily basis, and that's just crazy because that means that I only have to charge the watch once a month, and I hate charging this watch or any watch, for God's sakes, because you always forget to do that when you need to, and in this watch you can use it for a really long period of time before you have to charge it up. One thing I do have to say about this charger that you get with this smartwatch, it's not as good as the ones that I got with the GTR, which is a magnetic one, and you really have to make sure you correctly position the watch when you put it inside, because putting it inverted is not going to charge your watch, and it really kind of sucks. But all in all, you get a lot of features in the smartwatch, and it's really amazing. I'm gonna put more information and updated pricing in the video description here below. Let me know what have you thought about this smartwatch and if you got it yourself or what other smartwatch you use. And I'm gonna put 2 video recommendations over here for you to watch if you like this one, another one over here, and the option to subscribe here on the top if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna see you on my future video gadget reviews, I hope so, and thank you very much for watching. I was Retro. Bye bye.